So consider those ideas in regard to exercise. Next, we're going into food. Are you ready for this? What we're going to do first is mention water. Water. The thing I'm going to mention right now is I suggest greatly, tremendously, that I want you to drink an average, for the average person, of 1 gallon of distilled water a day. 1 gallon. I want you to pee like crazy. I want you to say, oh my God, I gotta go to the washroom again. I want that stuff coming out. Distilled water is empty water. It's H2O. H2O. And because it's empty water, it will allow all of the toxicity to start moving into the system. So the idea here is make sure you're getting the distilled water. And in fact, some of our folks that have a tremendous amount of knowledge are starting to understand what Alzheimer's is. And if you're very interested in water itself, I had on our radio show Dr. Batman Galish, who came from Iraq, who wrote the book, Your Body's Many Cries for Water. If you have any interest in what we're talking about, please read the book. The idea of Alzheimer's we're now considering is the brain became dehydrated from a dehydrated body. In other words, everyone's talking about the enzymes or the aminos or the DHA or this or that. They're all subtopics, folks. What's happening is we don't have enough fluid to allow the cell to be fed, and we don't have enough capability of allowing the excretion to come out of the cell. That allows the brain cell to atrophy, literally. Now what they're doing with Null and Whittaker and some of the other folks up in the Northeast is they're rehydrating the body, which is rehydrating the mind, and now they're putting nutrition in like crazy, and people are actually starting to think again, to remember again. Get water into your body. The thing that I suggest is, you know those wacko health nuts out there that carry around the bottle? They always got this bottle, you know? About 25 years ago, it used to be a martini for me. Now I'm looking at all these people that have water. Please drink that much water. Okay, now we're going to go to food. Food. Most of the food we put into our body, because of the fact that it does not say organic when you buy it, is guaranteed to be poisoned. What a statement. What a statement. Guaranteed to be poisoned. Why doesn't it kill us? Because there's only enough poison to kill the little people, the bugs. But the problem is, after years and years and years of this poison, where does it end up? The same place the mucus, the glue from the gluten, the steroids, the antibiotics, all the junk ended up, which is in your colon, your large intestine. Ultimately, that cake that is on that colon is going to feed poison into the capillaries, into the circulation system almost all the time. Please start to understand that you might pay a little bit more for organic food, but it will be the cheapest food you will ever buy in your life because of the whole nature of what we'll be doing. Now, we buy this poison food, and by the way, I probably ate about 90% poison food when I was getting all my health back. But it was all raw. Okay, it still had all of its stuff. What am I talking about? We will take the poison food, and it kills a little of the micronutrients, so it's not totally all in balance. And then we do the worst thing that we could possibly ever do to the food we put into us. What is that? We cook it. Which means we kill it. Which means at 117 to 120 degrees, we wipe out, we take away every bit of enzymatic, electrical, energetic activity that was supposed to make the food work once it went into the body. The idea of it is, we'll cook it, kill it, we'll put the dead food in. Now where does the food get the energy to make it work? From us. Remember the last time you had a lot to eat? How'd you feel afterwards? Really tired, right? It took our energy, and it creates deficient human beings. Energetically deficient human beings. You know the siesta? The siesta is because of the fact that all the food was dead. You eat live food, you eat raw food, you won't get tired after you eat it. Absolutely amazing. So, please make sure that you hopefully get organic food. And what we're going to do is we're going to start eating 50% of our food raw or live. Now the thing I'm saying is, if we took 100% of it and ate it all raw or all live, we would give the body too much energy to allow it to do what? Throw the junk out. Start cleansing. And when the body starts cleansing that much, we will feel too uncomfortable. So the thing that I'm saying is, please consider the idea of starting with 50% raw and build up over 1 to 3 months if you want to become a hero, because I want you to know you will become weird, abnormal, unusual. You will not be understood by your family, your friends. You will be way out there. And boy, 17 years ago, you should have seen what it was like. Now we got health as a fad here. I was really weird. Thank God. But the idea is start with 50%, go to 100%, if you would like. This is information for you to use if you would so like to do that. Now, what type of food? Vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, sprouts, and juices. Remember the finest food I mentioned to you in the whole world? The sprouts. I suggest greatly you become a sprout farmer in your own home and you do 3 to 4 different types of sprouts right in your refrigerator. Absolutely amazing. And then for those folks who would like to even evolve beyond that, read the book by Ann Wigmore called Wheatgrass and make your own wheatgrass in your home, which I did, and juice wheatgrass every morning and every night, 1 ounce. Just don't start by chugging it. Because of the fact the toxicity down here will cause a bit of a problem. Start slowly, put it into juice, and then sip it. Now you will receive all the things that we're talking about that all those beautiful animals do to cleanse themselves. So get all of that chlorophyll down. By the way, chlorophyll is only 1 atom different than hemoglobin. 1 atom different than hemoglobin. Our hemoglobin becomes deficient. It was a beautiful carrier. All of a sudden, it's gone deficient. You take the chlorophyll and it absolutely rebuilds the whole hemoglobin, which is the carrier of all the nutrition to all the cells. Consider that. Consider doing that.